How not to spend too much at the start. This was a subject suggested by my friend Carolyn. Thanks, Carolyn. Hello. Be in for a massage soon. Did you see the episode I did about healthy stuff like getting a massage? She is the masseuse, hernbaymassage.co.uk, and she's darn good. Just saying. But Carolyn said this because she struggled when she got her business online and when she started her home-based business in trying not to spend too much. There are lots of temptations. So how do we avoid that? Oh, by the way, for those of you that are counting, it is 197 episodes as of today. And yes, it is September. Can you believe it? September. It's like winter. Well, apart from the blue sky up there and the fact I'm down by the lovely boats again, down on the river right near Crescent Beach in Canada, in Surrey, near Vancouver, for those of you that want to look up on a map. It's a super day. I just can't believe it's September. Where did that year go? Anyway, at the start. Now, this could be the start of your business, the start of you changing up your business, or of you getting online, or of you starting a project or something. It could be the start of anything. The temptations are huge. Quite often we think by spending money on things, on new shiny objects that we can't resist, then we're going to get a shortcut to success. The bad news is there are no shortcuts. It's going to involve hard work. So this is the way I play it. Now, I do recommend that you spend some money. There is the term of bootstrapping a business, but you're going to need something. So if we're talking about online, you do not need to pay a web company to put a website together. You can do it yourself. We explain how. You can put together a absolutely fabulous website for less than $100 in the course we're developing at the moment, which is the full perpetual sales cycle course. We actually give step-by-step instructions of how we built one, and we actually build one, and we show you how simple it is. Seriously, proper websites don't need much, but you do need to buy a theme to have something to base it on. So we'll come to that. And that's, you're talking like, I don't know, $50, $60, something like that. That's not a lot, because that's a one-off cost. Then you need hosting. You need to have good hosting. Don't just go to GoDaddy or someone. If it says free hosting, avoid like the plague. I mean, that's the equivalent of sleeping rough. People rent houses, people buy houses, and or flats or apartments generally. Some unfortunate people are homeless and sleep rough. It's the equivalent with your business. Do you want your business to be homeless? No. Have a good quality. Something will go wrong at some point. Just yesterday, I was on a Facebook group helping out someone who didn't get it. They were complaining that they had not received their email for 5 days. Their hosting company, who is great, she said, can't fix it. She doesn't like Gmail. What should she do? I advised her to change hosting companies if they can't fix it. And she said, okay, when my contract runs out in March. I did not understand. You need proper hosting. So, by the way, we recommend HostGator, but you'll find it on the site if you look up HostGator or our hosting recommendations. But that's something. But that's like $3, $4, $5 a month. It's not a lot. Pay it monthly. Don't pay up 3 years up front because you want to steady your cash flow. Don't pay big chunks. Next, you need a mentor. You need an advisor, a trusted advisor. You need to listen to someone. Try and get that for free. You should be able to find that for free. Again, look up episodes where we've talked about masterminds or mentors or support network. In fact, tomorrow, I'm going to do another podcast on getting trusted support. Oh, jet skis arriving today. I'm going to assume this is going to be noisy. once the jet skis leave. But hey, he's got to launch them yet, so ignore the noise, everyone, because he's backing up his whopping great truck with his 2 jet skis. So that's the next one. But then you need a system. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're starting, this is where I advise you to spend the money. This is what should count. Personally, I would prefer to pay monthly, spread the cost. If it was some program and it was going to cost, I don't know, say $1,000, but the monthly cost is going to make it cost, say $200 per month, and it's going to spread it over a year, and it ends up costing you, $100 a month. It ends up costing you $1,200. You think, well, could have got it for $1,000. It's going to cost me $1,200. Just don't worry about it. Spread the cost, people. You also need to get a bookkeeper or an accountant in place, but try and get someone. When you start, you won't have anything to give them, so try and get someone you do not have to pay up front. Yeah, pay them maybe every 6 months, but you shouldn't have to pay a lot of money. Now, a lot of people will go get a lawyer. It may be different in the USA, may be different depending on what you do. I personally don't quite get it. We don't need it in the UK. As a company, we don't have a lawyer. If we need one for lawyer type stuff, we'll pay it as we need it. But the next is to remember this point. The things that you see online that you think you need, had you not seen them, you would not know you needed them. Okay? This is the difficult thing. Many people will just spend money online buying things because they will tell you that they are fantastic and they will help you. What I advised just the one before is pick one system. Pick it from somebody that can prove that they've done it. And by proving, that's not showing a check with numbers on. Anything can be artworked. Find out what business they're in, what business they were in. Look it up. Is it any good? If you want to know about me, although I'm not selling anything, mine in the UK is fireprotectiononline.co.uk. So look that up. We also have easyfiresafety.co.uk. Look them up. I'm not actually selling you anything. However, similar system, because I'm giving you advice. But this is what I would do. Now, back in my day, 2007, I joined an organisation called Stompernet, and when I started my business, and that cost $800 per month, which is $10,000 a year. You may think, wow. However, in that first year, Fire Protection Online generated $1 million. And I am not fibbing. It was on the forums that I was well known at the time, because actually it was like 1,002,000. It was very close. That's pretty good, and I was touted around and could prove it. The figures were there. So, but by joining that system, a lot of people would say, wow, but that's $800. Look what it did. Before I joined that, I had no idea. I knew how to market. I had no idea how to succeed online. Years later, I've done rather well. You may notice I travel a bit, my business is run, and I don't tend to be there. Now, that's why I enjoy showing others how easy it can be if you know what you're doing, if you listen to someone. So pick one and stick with it. Pick it well. Select it carefully. Do not believe any hype. If they go on about money, that's hype. Just don't believe it. If necessary, email them, contact them, ask to speak to them. Ask perhaps to speak by Skype. Email them. How fast do they reply? Does it come from the actual person who's doing the teaching, or is it from some support team who have a script? Choose carefully, but choose a system from someone who's been there, done it, and follow them. Ignore everything else. Do not ask your mates unless they've done this and are very, very wealthy and can prove it to you that they are not racked with credit card debts. Another thing, by the way, it's very common in America to hear, I was $100,000. They just, sorry, I'll just stop while he, where he gets his truck out of the way. Okay. Very common for, I was $100,000 in debt on credit cards and living on my sister's couch or whatever, and now I'm mega successful. How many people do you want to respect that manage to get themselves $100,000 into credit card debt? Because what they're going to do, and then they say, and I'll show you how I did it. Yes. No. Ignore. Okay? Ignore. Some of them are genuine, but it's just too easy. That's just the standard formula. It's a formula. It's all made up. Rubbish. Pick carefully. Really, 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 really carefully. It is your money. It will not be coming back. End of. Anyway, quick toolbox tip for Tuesday. It's what I use for booking appointments and things. It's free, there are paid levels. It's Calendly. So like calendar, but instead of AR at the end, ly.com, I think. But anyway, look up Calendly. It integrates with all the calendars. It's fantastic. There is Schedule Once, another one, but that's paid. Calendly is free, does all that. Just try it. It is brilliant. If you're making appointments with people at work, you just send them an email with a link to your Calendly and put in the slots that are available. They fill one in, pick one, email it back. It updates your calendar, books that one out, and so on. If you're a consultant or whatever, get rid of your diary, people, and your manual thing. Get Calendly, get online, get with the program. It integrates with your smartphones, etc., etc. Brilliant tool. I love it. And I'm no good at doing appointment stuff, but I love that. Anyway, I'll talk to you again tomorrow.